In this video, we are going to see how this push button works and how we can code it and connect it with an Arduino. Welcome to Janky Start. I am Zen. So let's get started. These are what is known as push buttons. So this is the top view of the push button, side view, bottom view, and the other side view. Push button has basically two leads. It doesn't have any positive or negative, it's just two different leads. The keen-eyed observers among you might have noted that these push buttons have four leads: 1, 2, 3, 4. In this push button, the leads which are curved towards each other like this, you can see here, I think, yeah, as you can see here, they are curved towards each other. The leads which are curved towards each other are internally connected. So basically a push button has only two leads, one and the second one. When you press the push button, it either produces an output of 0 or 1. It depends on what type of configuration you have connected in. Let's get into the ways in which we connect a push button to Arduino. There are basically two configurations in which a push button can be connected. The first one is pull up resistor and the second one is pull down resistor. In pull up resistor configuration, one end of the push button is connected to ground and the other end of the push button is connected to 5-volt supply, and additionally a 100 ohm resistor is connected in series with the button. At this junction, a wire is connected to Arduino's digital pin so that we can read the output. In this configuration, the output is 1 when the button is not pressed. But when the button is pressed, the output is 0. The output is 0, and when it is released, it continues to give an output of 1. And it is pressed, it will produce an output of 0. So after this, let's see the configuration of pull down resistor. Pull down resistor is basically the opposite of pull up resistor. In this configuration, one end of the push button is connected to 5-volt power supply on Arduino and the other end is connected to ground. Additionally, a resistor of 100 ohms is connected in series with the switch button, and the lead from this junction is connected to Arduino to read the value of the output. When the switch is not pressed, the output is 0, and when it is pressed, it provides an output of 1. So this is basically the two different configurations of connecting a push button and the outputs they provide when they are pressed and when they are released. For our purposes, what I have done is I have connected this push button in pull down configuration. Let's see how we code this push button. Okay. Before that, the way we have connected is similar to what I had shown you previously. Just for a explanation, I'll show it to you here. So first, this green wire is 5-volt supply. This yellow wire is ground. The green wire is internally connected to this red wire, which is providing 5 volts power, which is connected to the push button at one end, and on the other end resistor is connected to ground pin ground pin using this orange wire, which is connected to this yellow wire internally, and this long orange wire is connected to pin 2 on the Arduino board, so that it will help us read the output value. Now let's get into the coding part of it. Now we are going to use variables and data types which we had learned in the previous video, and here you can see that this orange wire which is connected to pin 2 on Arduino board helps us take the inputs from the push button. Here we are using two things. One is int the pin which we are using, that is button pin, button pin, which where is it connected to? That's right, pin 2, and then a button val. As we don't know what exactly the value is, so we leave it as blank. Okay, now what we have to do is we need to set it up. We need to tell the Arduino what pins we are using and how it is being used, whether it is taking an input signal or providing an output signal. So here what I will do is using pin mode. Which pin are we using? Button pin. And what type of signal is it giving? It is giving an input signal, so it is the second parameter of pin mode must always be in capital. That's now we are going to initiate serial monitor. The S is capital over here, begin, and the baud rate of the monitor which is generally used is 9600, and always put a semicolon. Now what I'll do is I'll take the value from the button, that button val equals, how do we take it? We use digital read, and we are taking the value from button pin, so, and semicolon. Now what I'll do is I will try to display the output which is provided by this button. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll serial.println, and what value should I be printing? Button value. I'll add a delay of, and never forget the semicolon. Now I'll select my board and upload the code to this Arduino. As you can see here, it is providing an output of 0, as I had told you previously when I was explaining how it works. And if I press, see, it is providing 1, and if I release, it's 0 again. If I press 1, this is how it basically works. Now we know that this button is working, it is providing an output. What is after that? So how can we implement it in this project? What I'll do is, now I'll take two LEDs and connect it in this circuit. Okay, now that these components are connected, I'll just give a short explanation of how the connection was done. Red LED is connected to pin 13 in series with a resistor, and then connected to positive terminal of the LED, and the negative terminal of the LED is connected to ground via this red wire, which is connected internally to this yellow wire. Similarly, even this green LED is connected. The positive terminal is connected to pin number 10, and remaining is similar to the red LED. Now let's see how we can use this push button and this green and red LED together. So first what we'll do is get to the code here. Now what I'll do is I will first declare the pins which I am using, that is int red pin, red LED D, that is equal to, which pin am I using for red LED? It is pin 13, and for green I'm using pin 10, and we need to declare in pin mode what type of signal are we providing for those LED. We are providing a signal, that means it is an output, so it is pin mode red LED, red LED or output. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll be using if condition. If condition is simply what it does is if it checks whether a condition is true or no. For example, I say I am a male. So what it will do is if Zen is a male, then that condition is true, and whatever is written in that conditional statement, it executes. If the statement is false, then it won't execute the statement. Example, let's see, if I'll say button val is equal to 0, then run val is really equal to 0, then switch on the green LED. Okay, so button val is equal to 0 digital. Now if I upload this code, the green LED will glow. Okay, what is the mistake over here? Yeah, okay, now it's correct. As you can see here, the green LED is glowing. Now I'll say that if button val is not equal to 0, how do we do that? I'll just write, okay, yeah, let this be there. So now I'll write another condition, if button val, this is how we write not equal to 0, then digital right, we'll switch off the green LED and switch on the red LED. Now what I'll do is I'll upload the code to Arduino. As you can see, according to this if condition, if the value equals 0, then the green LED will be on. So when I press this button, the red LED, now the red LED has switched on. If I release, see here what is happening is I have not written in the code key the red LED should turn off if I release the button. So let's add that in the code. What I'll do is now I'll upload the code to my Arduino, and it has been uploaded. Now you can see that the value is 0, which is being displayed here, and the green LED is on according to our if statement. Now if I press this button, the red LED turns on. that is according to this statement, that is, if button value is not equal to 0, 1 is not equal to 0. So what it will do is it will turn off the green LED and switch on the red LED. Now if I release this button, what happens is it starts producing an output of 0. So here you can see, if button value is equal to 0, then switch on the green LED and switch off the red LED. So this is basically how it's done. I don't know if you have noticed, but there is a drawback in this sketch. That is, only when I keep pressing the button, only then the red LED switches on. When I release it, it turns back to green. I don't want that to happen. So write down in the comments how we can solve this problem, and I will give a hint in the next video how we can solve this problem. Okay? If you are interested in this type of content, please like, share and comment on what type of creative ways we can use these components, and for more content click over here.